I've never been one to believe in the paranormal. However, sometimes in life things happen that can't be explained otherwise. It was just another ordinary weekend with my pals, when my personal beliefs were shaken to their very core. Me and the gang decided it would be fun to visit the nearest graveyard, smoke some pot and crack open a few cold ones. We all arrived at around 10:30. Dave and Marco brought a few six-packs, and I brought a quarter-ounce of sour diesel. Dave passed me a Bud Light, and I graciously said thank you. "Are y'all trying to get high?" I said. Dave responded, "Negro, I've been high. But you know I'm always trying to get higher." We all laughed and I began to roll the fattest blunt this side of town. We sparked up and began to smoke, when shortly after Marco began to scream. Me and Dave looked confused, and when we turned around, to our surprise stood a ghost. Frozen in fear, we collectively shit our pants when the ghost began to speak. "Hold up. Y'all niggas can see me." I, as the leader of our group, knew it was up to me to speak to the ghost. "Yes." "You have a Space Jam t-shirt on, complemented by some retro 7s, and you're also mildly overweight. I'd say about 20 pounds or so. It seems you haven't shaved in a week's time, and you have a slightly crooked eye." "Well, goddamn," he said. "Let me be 100 with y'all. I ain't no crazy typical ghost. I was just hoping to catch a second-hand high off of y'all. What y'all smoking? Some sour D?" "Well, goddamn, ghost. You know your stuff." I offered to smoke up our new ghost companion, and he kindly accepted. The ghost then grabbed the blunt from my hands and took the fattest rip I've ever seen. He exhaled and then immediately began to take another puff, and he introduced himself. His name was Sir Reggie James. He was 19 at the time of his death, and apparently Sir Reggie James had some past sins to atone for, so he was stuck in limbo until God felt otherwise. He told us he was a real fuckboy before he passed on. He said he got sexually aroused from doing hood rat shit and beating up blind people. He began to get more and more angry as he described his dastardly deeds, so we decided to change the subject. Dave said, "How about them Cowboys?" And the ghost said, "Hell yeah, nigga. Dak Prescott is a stud." After a few minutes of small talk, we decided to leave, and we made our way towards the exit. We turned around to say goodbye to Sir Reggie James, and surprisingly, he asked where the fuck we thought we were going. "Well, Sir Reggie James," I said, "we have school in the morning, and if I don't get 7 hours of sleep, I'll be a total grump in the morning." Sir Reggie James told me to shut my bitch-ass mouth and said we weren't going anywhere. He had told us he wasn't done getting high yet, and if we knew what was good for us, we'd stick around. Marco wasn't having that shit at all. He told Sir Reggie James if he didn't open the gate, he was gonna catch a paranormal ass whooping. Sir Reggie James, not fazed by the threat, said if we wanted to leave, then we better come about them pockets. Give me some weed and a couple of them beers, and we'll be cool. Marco, without speaking, grabbed some weed from my stash, and he got a couple beers and walked over to Sir Reggie James. Marco motioned as if he was going to hand the beer and weed over to Sir Reggie James. And when he stood up, Marco cocked back his arm and cracked Sir Reggie James in the face. Jesus Christ, Dave screamed. Talk about cracking a cold one with the boys. Marco then stood over the unconscious ghost, took down his pants and began to take a steaming hot shit on Sir Reggie James' body. He pulled up his pants without wiping, and we all ran towards the exit and climbed over the gate. I looked back and saw Sir Reggie James collecting himself, then realizing we were gone, shaking his fist in defeat. Marco and Dave dropped me off at my dad's house, and I didn't speak a word of what happened. We all decided we probably just got a little too high, and it wasn't real at all.